Hi everybody, welcome back to my channel. I'm Kendra and Kendra Full of Joy is my channel, and I am a grandmother, a mother. I live in Washington State, and I like all kinds of things, especially YouTube and meeting new friends. If this is your first time here, I would love to have you say hello or wave or make a comment. Anytime you want to like one of my videos, that's really helpful, and I'm thankful for it, and I will say as much. um, it tickles the algorithm fairies, apparently, to get a like, and it says, ooh, let's put out more of her video. So there's a hint for all the rest of I'm probably the last one to know, all the rest of the content creators who know what they're doing. Anyway, the reason I'm showing you this is, here's another thing that I'm the last to know. One of my kids turned me onto this, and it's because I have a really, really bad reaction to sunlight because I have lupus. Now, there's another doctor that's saying I don't have lupus and that I need to see a rheumatologist, but I was diagnosed by I need to see a rheumatologist. I was diagnosed by a dermatologist about 4 years ago. She gave me a lot of medicine that was awful, and I said, I'll just live with this. Anyway, I need to go to a rheumatologist, I guess. Anyway, my whole point is, I said, nobody knows about this. I have to tell everybody. So that kid said, Ma, everybody knows about this. Everybody but you. If you've not tried this, and it's actually a UV protecting moisturizer, I am telling you, when I use it, the difference that I feel in my skin is crazy. Also, it has, you should know, an ingredient or two in the sunscreen portion, and I can tell you that it works like magic. That isn't FDA approved just yet. It's from Japan. They use it over there, and they typically go through with the drug okays faster and let things be there after we've said no longer. So this is how I understand it anyway. So I am happy with this. It's expensive. He got it online. I'm not supposed to say anything about their names or anything. I'm sorry. I expected somebody to yell at me. Anyway, it says the outer skin, something in Japanese, SPF 50. Now, I have always used SPF 100 until they took the ingredient out and you couldn't get 100. And I think you can get it again now in the United States. Anyway, that's my whole story on this. I love it, love it, love it. If you have trouble with dry skin and the sun, I believe you would love this. Biore UV Aqua Rich Watery Essence SPF 50 plus PA plus and whatever all this says. And it goes on to explain micro UV capsule, blah, blah, blah. I wish I could tell you what it says. They, over here we put English and, Spanish and whatever else, and over there, I guess you're out of luck. I'm sure it's not just Japanese. It looks like maybe Korean. I could be wrong, too. I just don't know. Anywho, who knows what that is? I'm going to show you now first let me tell you this. I had a bad experience last night. I was sitting here, in the dining room. Yeah. I was sitting here in the dining room and I heard a crash. Apparently, it's time to stop stacking things in the other room on my craft table because it can't hold anymore. And so today, while I watch the Mariners game, I'm going to go ahead and empty everything off that table, put that table away, or at least keep it clean. Empty, not clean. It's clean, it's just not empty. Okay, today I did some tags, which the reason I'm doing tags is I've always admired everybody's junk journals, but I don't know how to do it. So I'm starting some things to put in a junk journal before I have a junk journal. Isn't that just the bestest idea ever? I figure if I have a bunch of stuff, I'll put more into trying to find out how to start a junk journal. In my life with YouTube, I have bought I think 3 or 4 different journals that I thought to myself, I will use this for a junk journal. And in the end, give it to my granddaughter, who's almost 11, Miss Patience. I'm allowed to say her name. Anyway, I've got to find something to use. And see, I'm just afraid it'll be a failure. I need to do it when I can get help from my husband to instead of it having a binder, a regular binder, I'd like to cut that off. He may still have a binder cutter. He used to have a whole bunch of printing stuff from when he ran a printing press, but I don't think he has any of it left. I'll just ask. Anyway, and then after that, I will sew, yeah, with a whole lot of help, a bind in there so that it's more giving. When you open and close it, it doesn't look funny. You know what I mean, right? Okay, so here, this is one, and I did it with the lemons that I cut out of way over here. That's a list with a magnet. I just tore off a page and cut some lemons. And that's a, oh, what are these things? You know, stickers, but they're not. They're made out of the same thing as washi tape, I guess. I cannot think of what to call it, but it's the newest thing, and it's so fun to use because you can cut it out and then fussy cut it, and that's what I did. I used a small piece of paper and a tag. Oh yeah, one of these. I used this, the back of it. I got a whole bunch of these, and then not a tag, but a corner cutter. I tried to corner cut it. It's not the best. Couple of blings, because Mama's all about bling. I got a green button and some of that lace that I bought at the consignment store. I just thought that was the prettiest lace with the roses. And then on this one that actually has roses, I used green from the same lady in the same booth at the consignment store. And a white button. Oh, and it's a tag, right? Is it a tag because it has this? Or is it a tag because I say it is and it has the up there? I don't know. Anyway, I used the tool that I got at St. Vincent de Paul to do those. And boy, that was hard because these were thick, you know, cardstock, especially this part. So mushrooms, flowers, a button, and some. So these 2 will go in pockets, long story short, in my junk journal when I decide to do it. What I would like it to be is all, maybe I should do 2 at a time because I know myself. I would like one to be looking all vintagey. And I thought this one looked more vintagey and this one looked more, you know, now. So that's that. Oh, and no, it's not that. Of course, you know me. I made another tag, not a tag, an ATC. I can't read what that is, but I think it's in French or something anyway. Yeah. And so, yeah, of course, I put a button because I had my bag of buttons out already, and, you know, you can't not use them. And then I put it on some paper. I didn't like the way this came out as much, and I'm thinking about going around the edge and darkening that to make it look more weathered, just like this. I think probably that's the best idea. Oh, did I put this on? Nope. How about this one? Nope. How about you? Oh, here. This is that Jack that I, Joker, not Jack. How come you call them Jacks and Jokers? Oh, because the Jacks are worth 10 points. Okay, this is just the Joker. And I did go outside and sand this with some fine sanding paper because my husband told me that they wax these because the ink used in these aren't the best for you to breathe in, and not to ever do it again in the house. I did it once in the house. And that was the end of that. Okay. So if you got this far, I so appreciate you watching. Thank you so much. And I'm off to clean up. Oh, let me show you a shot of this mess. A bunch of stuff fell off before I go, but I'll say goodbye now. Stay tuned for that mess. Thank you for watching. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe if you have never. So there was already stuff on the floor, but that big pile by the purple envelopes fell from right there. And there's piles here, and piles here, there, stuff on the floor. What do you think? What do you think, honey? Mama's a mess, isn't she? I'll open this up and get some sunshine in here.